And welcome once again. Welcome back to Community Viewpoint. Sorry, it's me again. But I hope you enjoyed the last segment with the Cassandra. Our next segment is with a friend of mine, a co-worker from the 9 Communities Coalition. She was a summer intern for AmeriCorps, like myself. Jennifer Simon, who has been a long-time resident of Pahrump. She's going to be going to University of Oregon for cinema studies, I believe it is. And she's going to explain a little bit what was available for herself and for the other youth in Pahrump. And if you would, Jennifer, just I welcome you to the show.
Thank you, John.
And tell us a little bit about yourself and what's available, not only for yourself since you've been here, but what's available for the adolescents, for the youth in town also.
Yeah, so I've lived in Pahrump my whole life, and I was fortunate enough to be involved in so many great things in this community. While sometimes people say that Pahrump might lack things in like entertainment in that area, there are incredible pastimes in this community, and I really hope and encourage everyone, especially youth, to get involved in all of those different things. Since I was little, I started in sports. I played soccer through AYSO and things like that, and that's an awesome and great activity for youth to do, and especially something that maybe youth and their parents can do together. I know my dad was an assistant coach growing up, and that was a really awesome opportunity and thing for us to do together. And through that, then there's sports in middle school and at the high school, and there's a lot of different ones, so I hope that kids will try a few of them until they find one that they really enjoy. Also, with that, as you know, for a young child to do as little as as age 5, there's dance lessons, there's music lessons, there's so many.
Who'd you have dance lessons with?
I had them actually at the old artistic dance studio, which now I think it's just Donna's Dance Studio.
Donna Lamb, who's a regular on this show. I had to pull that out, sorry, yes.
Yeah, of course. And I know a lot of kids that are still involved with that.
Yes.
And it's a great thing for them to do. And then also there's a lot of talented musicians and music classes at the schools for kids to try. At the middle school, it starts at middle school with band, right, and it goes into high school. There's a few different types of bands and choirs. And then also in the performing arts or arts aspects in the community, there are, I've been involved in a ton of different things that have been amazing opportunities. Starting with in middle school, I was involved with the Methodologies Project.
Now, who is that with?
Which is that's through the 9 Community Coalition.
Yes.
And Francine Winters is in charge of that. And it's been going now for, quite a few years, because I started with it in middle school.
No, I remember too, because I've been involved with it for many years. Yes.
And that is a really neat program. It allows kids, middle school through high school, and they perform skits and monologues, and they travel to different schools in Nye County and even in other cities, and they perform against substance abuse. And that was an awesome experience, especially getting to travel to other schools and seeing and talking to kids in the audience afterwards. It was really neat. Did you do some of the commercials too? Yeah, and we do public service announcements that I'm sure a lot of people have seen on this channel.
Yes.
And then through that, I also got involved with the High Desert International Film Festival and participated in their youth film camps.
And that's Linda Cass.
Yeah, with Linda Cass. And that actually, participating in that and volunteering with the festival every year introduced me to my now desired career in film.
Really?
Yeah,
So you got the bug there.
From that.
Well, thank you, Linda.
From being involved with that.
Yes.
And then, oh gosh, also through the schools. Later, I became involved with Poetry Out Loud, and that
What's
is
poetry. You're not shouting or something. What's Poetry Out
no,
Loud?
it's a national recitation contest, and it goes through the schools in partners with NV Energy. They sponsor it every year, or at least when I did it. That's and you get to perform. You get to choose a poem, from a famous author or poet.
Right.
And you recite it, and first you compete in a classroom level and a school level, and then it goes to county, which would be Nye County, and so Beatty and Tonopah and Pahrump. Mm-hmm. And then from there, I even was able to participate and compete at a state level in Reno.
Really?
And I did that for a few years, and that really gave me a great appreciation for the arts and literature. And I hope that students now will pursue that
And they're still going
get
on,
involved
though.
with that. Yeah, and they do it every year, and it usually changes each year or every couple of years. At the high school, a representative, a teacher, will conduct it for students that want to be involved with it. So I definitely suggest that. And then probably one of the most important things that I think anyone, youth, teenagers, adults, can help with is volunteerism. And there's so many different channels in the community that you can do that through school clubs and through community clubs and organizations and churches. I know I was involved in Interact through the Rotary Club, and they're always doing things in the community. Nye Communities Coalition always is sponsoring events and working with partners and other organizations. Gosh, I'm sure you have people on here all the time, CASA,
Right.
all different things like that you can get involved with. And I think volunteering is some of the greatest opportunities, just one of the most fulfilling things that you can do as a pastime and really give back to your community.
Yeah, it's been an addiction with me. I've been doing it for many, many years. I've been a full-time member for the one of the advisory boards for still the town of Pahrump, but anyway, the Nuclear Waste and Environmental Advisory Board. And I was lucky to introduce our first Earth Day event in town here, and it's been going on for the last dozen years. And that's it. You know, you can make a difference, you can make change happen if you get enough people involved with items like that, being volunteers. There's always room for, even though the town of Pahrump may not be have a town board as per se, we still have all the advisory boards. They will remain, and there are plenty of volunteer positions on those. So if you want to do some good, either on the level for adolescents, for teens, or the older folks like myself, do good for the community, join one of these groups. I'm in AmeriCorps myself, and you were in AmeriCorps
Yes.
for the summer intern. I have a little over, like $11,000 for a educational award. And at my advanced age, I will be using it. I'm going to Truckee Meadows Community College because they have more vocational classes up there than they do down here. So at my late age, I'm still learning, and it's great to keep your mind open and learning even all through your years. So you're just starting, but you got a real good spark from the film festival. And you're going to be going to University of Oregon. You've been up there already, right? To see what it's
I
like?
just finished my first year.
And so you were there a whole year?
Yeah, I finished my freshman year, and then I've been back for the summer, and I'll be going back up there in a few weeks.
Okay, so what kind of classes are you taking up there?
I've actually gotten to take quite a few already in film. I took a film history class, and that was awesome. And when I'm going back in the fall, I'll be taking an Avid editing course, which is kind of the industry standard. And so I'm very excited to be learning on that.
So you can be doing what Patrick's doing right now?
Yeah,
editing?
hopefully.
All right. Yeah. So maybe about 10 years when he's gone, we'll have you here. But oh, that sounds interesting. And any other folks from down here going up to University of Oregon? Did you meet anybody?
There's a few people spread out actually in Oregon. I keep hearing about more people that have come from Pahrump and are living up in Oregon now, which is pretty neat. But yeah, and I was thinking about continuing maybe AmeriCorps up there because AmeriCorps is a national program,
Right.
and is really a great channel to get involved and volunteer.
Well, interesting. And then you finish a couple more years, you get a stipend and also the educational
Yeah.
awards too that will help you through your college years. And that's a 4-year college.
Yes.
You've done 1 year already?
Yes.
And you're going to come back here and work on Channel 46. But we hope you come back to Pahrump.
Yeah.
And share some of your knowledge, and if nothing else, help Linda with the film festival.
Yeah, well, I've developed so many great ties here and learned from amazing people, and I just really hope that the youth can continue to reach out to these different outlets and take them in and go from there.
Yeah, it's very heartening to see someone like you that's been a long time resident do so good, make use of all the things that we have here, the volunteerism, all the aspects for the arts, for education, and do something better for yourself. So, and then give it
Thank
back
you.
to us when you were doing the AmeriCorps thing, because you gave back to the community there also. So we've got another minute left. So do you have any parting words for the folks here?
Nothing specific, but just that I really hope everyone will continue to try these different things and explore these different outlets in the community, and until you find something that you're passionate about and that you enjoy and that can take you further.
That's really sweet. It's just been an honor to spend what little time we had together at the coalition, and you brightened up the coalition with your face and your attitude and your spirit. So we wish you nothing but the best, and we'll see you when you come back here, and either as a AmeriCorps member for the summer again, or with helping Linda with the film festival. So we'd like to thank you for stopping by today, and we'll see you again. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next week. Thank you very much.